Okay, it's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me, guys, for anyone watching right now. Let's see. Light's a little bit harsh here. Okay. Okay, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tactix, and I am live. I'm on YouTube again. Haven't been on for a while. Posted a video beginning of the year. We are now in March. I haven't posted since. Felt like I owed you guys an explanation for those of you guys that I left hanging in regards to the YouTube stuff. Man, I realize that YouTube is changing a lot, man. Like, I'm having a hard time keeping up with all this shit because they keep going through all these changes. Now there's this YouTube partner program thing that's separate from my YouTube multi-channel network thing. I don't understand any of that stuff. So I don't know. They're saying if I don't sign with them, I'll lose my other YouTube channel. Or I don't know what's going on, man. But it is what it is. I'm really not even focused that heavy on the YouTube thing anymore. However, I still want to keep in contact with you guys to some degree, whether it's in video format, whether it's in vlogs, or whether it's just doing a live show. I haven't really figured all that stuff out yet, but working on some stuff, you know. But in regards to where I've been, a lot's been going on in my life, most of which have been good. Nothing dramatic or anything like that, or tragic. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. Yeah, no, everything's been good. Can't really complain in terms of how my life is going. But I've just been really busy, you know, doing a lot of personal development and shit. For one, as some of you guys know, I recently became well, not recently, it was about a year ago, I became a personal trainer and health coach. So I've been doing that a whole lot and focusing on getting people healthy and fit, which has been very rewarding. Really liking that right now. But that right now is like my bread and butter, which I'm not making a whole lot of bread or butter right now with that. So it's a slow progression. But like I said, it's rewarding, helping people out and shit. But yeah, I've had to put a lot of my focus into doing all that stuff. Just because, you know, YouTube obviously isn't paying the bills. And I know when I was younger, I was all like, oh God, I'm gonna be a YouTube star and be all famous and all this shit like that. And I'm just like, I've been on this thing for like 7 years, and like subscribers and stuff like that haven't really been coming as frequently as I had hoped. So I kind of had to rely on other things. So I took a break from the YouTube stuff for a bit just to kind of get my shit in order. I just filmed a video, hence the camera in the background. So I'm gonna try and get that out before next week, because next week is my birthday, and the video is semi-related to my birthday. So I ideally like to get that out before then. Yeah, what else have I been doing? Oh. This was supposed to be a secret, but there's no real point in keeping it a secret. But I recently signed with an agent for acting. Go figure, right? My cousin's been literally harassing me to sign with an agent for years. And I just never took it upon myself to really go down that path, just because I don't know, for whatever reason I felt I was either not good enough or like nervous or I don't know, man. I was being a bitch about it, so I just kind of avoided it. Um, and then honestly, like as fate might have it, I was training a client of mine who is also signed with the same agency, and she kind of hooked it all up. She asked me if I had an agent. I told her no, and she was like, "Well, you really should get one. You're like really funny and entertaining and shit." And I was like, oh, "Thank you." Um, but yeah, I had a meeting with them, and things went well. I went for my first audition last week for a commercial. To be honest, I'm not quite clear as to what the commercial was about. I thought it was a car commercial, but during the audition, they had me talking about shoes for some reason. So, long story short, I did not get that audition. Probably would have helped if I actually familiarized myself with what the commercial was about. But I'm sure there'll be others, you know. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping to land a good audition and then you get a part um, in a TV series or something, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'd be the Flash, you know, like be like a bystander or some shit like that, or like a villain. No, they probably wouldn't give me a villain role right now. I was told that during this process in the beginning, I probably won't have any speaking roles. I'll probably just be doing a bunch of commercials for now until I get more experience, because really I don't have any experience. I was in one short film, and then I did the Booth series, which I directed and produced myself. But other than that, I don't really have many other things in terms of like media and shit. So yeah. And on top of that, when I was filling out the forms, realized I didn't have a whole lot of skills either. They were asking me if I sing, if I dance, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so anyway, I was doing that. And what up, man? I see we have someone in the chat right here. What's going on, Mario? Where have I been? Oh man, I was just getting into the story just a while ago. So yeah, man, I've been around. I've been on YouTube. I've been kind of observing, but I haven't really been posting anything. Just been really busy. You know, living life, man, exploring and shit. You know, and by exploring, I don't mean traveling. I haven't done much traveling, unfortunately, but I will. I plan to. Yeah, man. What else? What else have I been up to? I feel like there's a lot more that I've been up to, but I just kind of put myself on the spot by coming on camera. I thought I'd have like this long list of like things that I've been up to as to why I have been away from YouTube so long, but I can't really think of anything else other than those two things that I mentioned. No, it is not Russian water. It is actually just regular H2O, just regular water. Yeah, that's it. One thing I've noticed, man, I've been away from YouTube way too long, but one thing I've noticed is that the lag is not as bad, at least not for me when I'm watching it. I don't know if it is for you guys, but I remember the lag, like the delay used to be like 15 seconds, and now it only seems to be like a 5-second delay, which is pretty dope. I actually like that a lot. It's very interesting. Yeah, what else? What else, man? Yeah, so honestly, I'm gonna still try and do these YouTube videos as much as possible, but I'm not gonna be stressing about it as much as I used to. I really want to just push this acting thing now, give that shit a go, and see what happens. What do you think of the YouTube? Honestly, bro, I've been so out of the game in terms of the YouTube stuff that I have no idea what YouTube Red is. Like, I've heard of it, but I haven't really delved into it. Is that where like people pay a certain amount of money for their subscriptions or something? Is that Is that what that is, or am I completely off? This is the legendary Tactics. Yes, I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the remix. I thought you died. Yeah, you know, a lot of people thought I died. In a way, I did, but I came back because the people of YouTube needed me. YouTube trying to monetize YouTube with the red. What does that mean for me, though? Does that mean that that I have to start charging people to watch my shit? Exclusive access to content. That could be interesting. But although I don't really know what kind of exclusive content I could offer you guys. I mean, I don't know. YouTube has always been ads. Yeah, man. I don't know about this YouTube red thing. I know very little information about it. Oh, thank you. My videos love you too. YouTube Red is just an addition. Yeah, there's a whole lot of changes, man. I don't understand all this stuff. Like, it's really overwhelming. I don't get it, but hey, man, that's the way of the future. I think Vine and Instagram are kind of taking over. Like, you know, people's like attention span is just way too short. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have like really fucking amazing content to keep a person interested on YouTube. Because I find that, like, you know, rarely are people posting. Um, excuse me. Rarely are people posting like things on Facebook, like long videos on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, all I see are like Vine videos and like Instagram videos and stuff like that. So not a sight of, well, bro, I got the Batman shirt on right here. I'm wearing a Robin hat. Um, yeah, there's this thing here on my desk. You know, I got Batman shit around, man. Don't get it twisted. Just because I've been gone from YouTube for a minute doesn't mean that I like lost my love for the bat. Hey, Tactics, have you started hitting the weights again? No, I kind of gave the weights a rest for a bit. I was actually during the month of February, I was actually on a paleo diet. And basically, for those who don't know, it's like it's also called the caveman diet, where they basically restrict you from eating any kinds of man-made or processed like foods, like you weren't allowed to have dairy, no grains of any sort. So you're basically just eating meat, vegetables, fruits in moderation. But anyway, to answer your question, while I was on that, I maybe lifted maybe 3 times during the whole month, and the rest I was just doing other stuff. Like I take capoeira every week. I actually got to go today. And then I was just doing a lot of like yoga type stuff, and like I would do like pull-ups and like a lot of calisthenics, but no real lifting of any sort. But I still was able to like maintain my size and like I got fucking like ripped, yo. Like if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see like the second post that I made, that was like a result of the paleo. So yeah, man, I'm a believer in the paleo. I don't want to call it a diet. I want to call it a way of living, just because I believe in the philosophy and their way of living. So yeah, although it was fucking hard, man. Like trying to giving up pizza, man. Oh my god, like that was death for me, man. But I did it. Went the whole 30 days without any grains of any sort. So, how's the new life, dude? What do you do now? By the way, personal training. I missed that bit somewhere in your posts. I haven't really been posting anything about my life, really. But as I was saying earlier in this video, I'm now a personal trainer, and well, we like to refer to it as health coach, not so much personal training. But yeah, that's what I've been really doing, and just trying to better myself as a person, man. I'm just trying to learn a bunch of new skills. I feel like right now, this might sound a little like, soft to say, but I'm kind of just making up for lost times because I used to slack off in high school a lot. So now I'm kind of just like or like I don't know. Ever since I turned like 27, I would say I've been just so fascinated with learning as much shit as I can, like just obtaining as much knowledge. And my way of thinking was never like that before. Like before, I just didn't care about learning anything, and now I just want to I just want to learn so much shit. Like so many things, different things fascinate me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And like I also mentioned, I'm trying to get into acting now. I think that's long overdue. I should have did it a lot earlier when it was first suggested to me, but fucking dragged my feet, man, because I didn't believe in myself. And now I do. I believe in myself in all aspects, and I'm now making up for it for last time. So it sucks, but what are you gonna do, man? And thanks for the love, man. I finally hit eight. What am I at? 18,000 subscribers. Is that what I'm at? Something like that. Which is interesting. I hadn't posted in like the longest time, and people just kept subscribing to me and all this shit. So yeah, man. I don't know. Oh, nice. Okay, that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I've done damn good for myself for someone who hasn't posted in like 2 months. That's an impeccable feat. I'm very proud of myself. You gonna watch, bro? I already have my. What kind of question is that, man? I already have my tickets for that movie. Are you crazy? I'm watching. I'm watching that. Well, actually, unfortunately, like it's my girlfriend's birthday when it comes out, so I can't watch it on the 25th. So I bought tickets for the 26th. So yeah, I already have my ticket. Me and my boys, we're going. We're celebrating my birthday 2 weeks after my official birthday, and we're gonna watch it in Niagara Falls. Uh, for anybody, I don't know if anyone knows what the Niagara Falls is, but yeah, uh, we're watching it an hour and a half away from where I actually live. Let's just put it that way. I think I remember you quitting your job a while back. How did that work out for you? As I have recently done the same, hated the job. Was it a good decision for you now looking back? Well, if you're referring to the job I had before I got into personal training, I did not quit that job. I got fired from it. But if you're referring to me working as a dispatcher at Sears, I didn't quit that job either. I just got so frustrated and depressed that I just stopped going. I don't advise you to do that. Like if you're gonna quit, then actually don't be a bitch. Like actually quit. You know what I mean? Like I kind of took the pussy way out, and I just like was like, fuck this job. I don't care to even like give them the respect of giving them 2 weeks notice. I just literally walked out. and never turned back. I was like, fuck you guys. Again, don't do that. But was it worth it? Hell yeah. Like I honestly, I couldn't see myself. Like for me, like it depends. Like for some people, they don't mind doing the 9 to 5, sitting at a desk all day and doing what they're supposed to, because at the end of the day, they're just there to make money. But for me, while money is great and it's essential, um, I needed my life to be more than that. You know what I mean? I needed it to be like I just couldn't sit around at a desk all day and like have customers yelling at me, my boss yelling at me, and all. Like it was just too depressing for me. I needed something that was actually gonna kind of like give me purpose. You know what I mean? Like, and I found that with being a health coach, just because I'm 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 doing what I love. I'm promoting health, and I'm doing my part in making the world a better place by, you know, promoting this kind of stuff, like promoting a healthy way of living and making people more fit, and advocating for, you know, doing less sitting and more movement and stuff like that, right? So honestly, if you can find something like that where it promotes that kind of a feeling where you actually feel like you're actually excited to wake up every morning and be like, yeah, like I can't wait to go to work and stuff, and like the days seem so short because you're just having so much fun that like they just pass you by, kind of thing. That's what makes it worth it, because you can take that for the rest of your life, and you like, you know, like a lot of people who work these like 9 to 5 jobs, they're just working and waiting for the time when like they can finally retire and be like, yo, like I don't have to work this bullshit job anymore because I'm good. Whereas like you're not thinking about retirement. You're like you love your shit so much that you want to do it for the rest of your life until you physically can't. You know, I know that was a long-winded question, but I'm just so passionate about that shit. So yes, for me it was a good decision, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I've lost so much weight working at the casino. It's a very demanding position, especially physically. In a year, I'm moving to Manhattan, New York to become an actress. Ever since I was introduced to acting in 10th grade, I became obsessed. My teacher even told me I have a great ability to become a great stage actress. If that's not validation, I don't know what is. That's fucking awesome, Carl. And yeah, hopefully, maybe we might be in a movie together. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, see you in Hollywood, hopefully. And if I don't make it there, which I know I will, so I'm not even gonna talk like that. But I wish you all the best in your endeavor, and yeah, do whatever you can to pursue that dream, and hold on to it. Don't let anyone tell you differently. What's up, DJ Chrissy? What's up, Sass? How's the Canadian dollar? Heard it's not so great right now. Yeah, I heard that too, but I'm not 100% sure. I used to lift weights all the time as a girl. I've lost weight since 2014. That was good. Yeah, I mean, I don't find anything wrong personally with lifting weights, but other than the fact that I find it boring. That's why I like doing. I don't really have like a specific routine that I really follow. Like doing stuff for like reps and all that kind of stuff kind of bores me. I like working on like skills and working on movement, improving my mobility, and all the things that I do kind of just like it becomes like a byproduct of my physique, because all the stuff that I engage in like requires a lot of strength, and with that, like my body just naturally adapts, and I'm able to maintain a good physique. And a lot of that's like 80% of how you look is based off of your nutrition anyway. And I stopped eating bullshit a long time ago. So every now and then I'll have like my cheat meals or whatever. Like I mentioned before, like I love pizza way too much to give that shit up completely. But for the most part, like I'm eating really clean. And yeah, drink a lot of water, as you can see. I kind of want to get a remote job in the US and live in Canada because I'll make more money. True that, true that. Shout out to Restless Feet. A lot of studios are moving to Atlanta, actually. I did not know that. This guy here, where have you been? And are you secretly Futuristic's twin? Futuristic? No, I'm not. I've never even met the guy. I do listen to his music, though, if we're talking about the same person. But yeah. Oh, yeah, and where have I been? I've already mentioned that. I've just been busy. I've been on a journey, man. Just been doing a lot of self-reflection and trying to better myself as a individual and a human being. It's the best answer I could give right now. Yeah, man. I like that answer. I'm gonna stick with that. All this pizza talk has made me want to get pizza right now, so I think I'm gonna do that. Not right now. I'll wait till after we're done with our conversation here. Yeah, man. Civil War was partially shot here. I think the Next Door movie is being shot here too. Oh, that's wicked. Suicide Squad was actually shot here in Toronto, and unfortunately, I did not get to see any of that shit because I don't frequent downtown very often. So, are you planning on coming back? What, coming back to YouTube? I honestly, I always say that, and then here's the problem with me. Like, for me, like, I'm kind of in a position where, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Eddie Murphy, but I'm kind of in a position where it's like that, where it's like I've been gone for so long that I've kind of lost like my creative edge to the point where it's just like I'll start like literally if you can see the camera in the background, I just shot a video, and here's how I'm hoping it won't go, but here's how it usually goes whenever I shot a video. Like, I have shit that I've shot and have been meaning to post, but every time I get to the point where I edit it, I like second guess my efforts and like second guess. I'm like, oh fuck, like I don't really like what I said there and like all this shit, and then I never post it. And like before, I never used to have this problem. I just like, for some reason, I've developed this filter. When back in the day, like when I was younger and doing this shit, like I didn't have it. I just said whatever was on my mind, and like that was that. But now it's like I'm like so mindful. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to break out of that. So like part of this whole like journey thing that I keep mentioning is like just kind of getting my mind out of that and like, you know, back to the days when I had no filter and I just was like, fuck it, I'll just say whatever I want. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say I'm coming back and then you guys are there waiting. Not like you guys would wait, because it's not like I'm the only one you guys watch. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't know. And I don't know what people want to see anymore, man. Like I said earlier, like I feel like the Vine and Instagram community is like taking over, and like, you know, if your video is less than like, or if your video is more than like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, then it like fucking gets like, people just trip out and shit, you know, like, oh no, like they lose interest and all that stuff. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Plus there's other factors, like my computer sucks, so it's like slow when I'm editing and shit, and that drives me insane. And like I don't put as much effort into it just because it freezes so much. So a lot of factors that are preventing me from being proactive with this YouTube thing. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much. So let's get on to some of these other questions. How's the quest for the 15-second one handstand? Yo, I'm coming close, man. I'm like a dick hair away. Like I can feel it. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost there, but I haven't quite mastered it yet. But I fucking will. I know I will. If you follow me on Instagram, you can keep up with all that shit. And yeah. And Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is at least partially shot here too. I saw some casting calls for it. Man, I would love to be in that movie, just as like an extra, like play some kind of alien or something like that. Hey, I know I'm late to the show, but where you been, Tactix? Yo, I've been everywhere, man, and nowhere. I've been around, man. I've been I haven't been proactive on YouTube, but I've been kind of like just like creeping around, seeing what's up and stuff. I'm working on stuff, but I don't like I said to the person who asked, Raiden. Uh, I don't know if I'm like going to be back officially yet. Just kind of be on the lookout for me, and we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure yet. Have you seen the new Civil War trailer featuring the web slinger, his damn self? Of course, I saw that. I was underwhelmed by the Spider-Man visual just because he looks like a CG. He looks like a fucking video game character. Like, I mean, like how he looks, like his suit itself, like looks dope. Like I have no complaints about that. But yeah, he looks CGI as fuck, and like that was kind of just like, okay, you know, all this hype and like that's how he looks. But I know that that's not how he's officially gonna look. Like they're gonna actually enhance it and make it look better. But yeah, I wasn't all that impressed. Like everything else in the trailer, I was just like, yo, this is like sick. Like even if you didn't get to see Spider-Man, like that trailer would have been like epic because there's a lot of like you see more Black Panther. Like the man's chasing down the Winter Soldier, jumps, fucking just like slashes his tire, his motorcycle tire, and just, yo, that scene, man, I was like, holy, I have to watch that again. Amazing. Like I wish I did a reaction video to that because I was tripping out. Like not as much as like the Batman v Superman, like the last Batman v Superman trailer with Batman like just bodying man, but like still like I got an epic reaction from watching Civil War trailer. So I just don't know who to vote for, man. I mean, like Cap is that dude, like you know, like you know, Cap is a cool dude and everything, but like Iron Man, like the lineup there, like you got Iron Man. Who else is on his team? Vision, Spider-Man, obviously is siding with him, and you got Black Panther. So yo, man, I'm about to give it to Team Iron Man, I think. Although I think they're gonna lose. I personally think it's Cap's movie. I don't think that Cap can lose, you know, or could he? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I guess we'll have to see. What are you saying? A Mac can get slow? I thought Mac was the best thing since C++. What is C++? And I've had this Mac since my first serious relationship, which was back in 2009. So like over time, it just collected a lot of like bullshit and everything. And yeah, it got really slow. I could clean it up and everything, but I just have so much stuff on there that it's just like I almost just want to get a new computer and just start fresh and then just keep this for like storage and stuff. Laugh a lot. Funny enough, Alien Extras was what the casting call was for. Damn, man. I hope another movie films here in Toronto, like something epic like that, so I can say that I was in that movie. Yeah. Forget. I don't know if anything else would be shot here, but this is my opinion. If you were to do like vlogs of Toronto or stuff you do daily, yeah, I guess that's an option too. I used to do the vlogs back in the day on my other channel, and some people like that stuff. I don't know. Maybe yeah, that could be a possibility because I do see the retention is there for stuff like that. Just because you know if you're somewhat of a online presence, then people are really interested in learning more about your life and all that stuff. The only thing is I don't want to get too personal to like I've seen some crazy shit where it's just like people put all their information on blast and everything, and I don't want to put my girlfriend through that. And that shit can get annoying for like some of my other friends if I just got a camera in everyone's face and shit. And yeah, it was just like I did that, and it was just like people were just like, "Oh man, here's this guy again with the camera. Like I gotta like be wary of what I say and all." Like, just everyone tends to be on edge and shit. So I don't know how I would shoehorn that into my life, but I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'll play around with it and see because yeah, man. I don't know what else I can do to maintain this particular channel. So, yeah, man. we'll see. We will see. Did I miss something here? To be entirely fairly, they've done practically everything they could with Spider-Man at this point. And with this being his first movie, he's going to probably develop his suit further on C-Cartoon. No, like, again, I don't mind, like, I compare Iron Man and Cap's initial suit now to their. No, again, I don't mind the suit itself. I just don't like how CGI he looked. Like, if you really pay attention to how, like, pay attention closely to that last couple seconds of that trailer, and he looks like a video game. Like, it doesn't look like he's like. It looks like he was literally just like cropped in there, like, you know, and everything. Like, it doesn't blend well with all the other characters and stuff. So that was my only issue with it. Like, nothing bad to say about the suit. Personally, I like the way Andrew Garfield looks, like his second suit, like from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not the greatest movie, but the way the suit looked, I loved that. This one, we'll see how it, like, when they add the final touches, like, we'll see how it looks. But again, underwhelmed. What's up, Jameson? Captain America all the way. Always go with liberty over security. Yeah, that's a good point. That's kind of why I'm like, you know, I'm kind of mixed, just because I personally like Iron Man over Captain America, but I'm more on the side of what Captain America stands for than Tony Stark. I think Tony Stark is taking it to the extreme and pushing the boundaries a little bit. So yeah. What are you shooting this with? Just, I'm on my MacBook, so yeah, I'm on a MacBook using the webcam, the built-in webcam. All right, Kara, thanks for stopping by. Don't pass out. Do you plan on posting this live stream to your channel? And if so, can you give me a shout out so my girlfriend believes I actually got to communicate with the star? I can give you a shout out, but honestly, bro, I don't think you're gonna get any cred from your girlfriend, because your girlfriend probably doesn't know who the fuck I am. Half the people who subscribe to this channel don't even know who I am. So, but I will shout you out anyway. Shout out to LJ Harmon. If I said your name, hopefully I said your last name right. But yeah, man, shout you out, man, and shout out to your girlfriend too. It almost looks like a modern version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I gotta watch that movie again. I've only seen it once and I don't remember it. Or you could do life tips or random Q&As again. Would you like to see life tips? Like, is that something that you'd want to see on this channel based off of what you've seen so far? Because I've grown a lot, and I feel like I have to grow. Like, my channel kind of has to grow with it. But I still want to like maintain that humor that I brought to you guys, that made you guys subscribe to my channel back in the day. I agree with you, Andrew Garfield, and after checking out the trailer, I feel where you're coming from. So give me your overall opinion of Batman v Superman. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews of Batman v Superman. Honestly, I'm fucking hyped for it, man. Like, this is a movie that I've wanted since Batman Returns. This is the movie that I've wanted to see it. Like, and we got it in like cartoon form, and like, you know, we've got Batman and Superman fighting on occasion in like other cartoons like Justice League and all that stuff like that, I think. And then the Dark Knight Returns and stuff. But like to finally have like a movie, like fucking insane, man. Like I'm so amped for this movie. And like from the day that Ben Affleck was casted, I was like, okay, cool. Like everyone was like shitting on him and saying, no, man, you fucked up Daredevil and all this. I'm just like, yo, man, a lot can happen in a couple of years. Daredevil was like what, like early 2000s, like, like after seeing that last trailer, I'm just like, yo, not that I needed to be sold on Ben Affleck, but yo, this guy, it's like they took the blueprints from the Arkham games and just Ben Affleck just embodied that character like to a T. So I'm hyped. I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I didn't hate Man of Steel. A lot of people had complaints about it and saying, "Oh, that's not Superman. That's not how he would really act," and all that stuff. There are a lot of flaws in the movie, but overall, I thought it was the best Superman movie that we've had. No offense to Christopher Reeves, like those were good in its time, but I mean, like Man of Steel gave you what you've been yearning for, like Superman, like going up like toe to toe with people like that, could give him a run for his money, and like you got to see him like in his like not his true form, but like him just kind of like fucking shit up and stuff. So, yeah, man, I'm hyped for this movie, man. Everything that I've seen so far, with the exception of the Doomsday character, I've loved. So that's all I can really say about that, man. I like original Spider-Man, when he had actual web powers and not some bullshit gadget. But that bullshit gadget is true to the comics, though. Like I get it would make sense. I liked the organic webbing just because it would make sense. Like if you got bit by a or it wasn't radioactive, but if you got bit by like a super genetic spider and got all these crazy abilities, yet the one thing that a spider is commonly known for, which is spinning webs, then like that, I didn't get how that didn't come into play. But yeah, I mean, he's supposed to have that gadget thing as his web shooters. That's where it's like they took that straight from the comics. So yeah, man, dude, just bring back Gary. Yeah, I should. I definitely should. I know Gary was a fan favorite. Being in college, I got a bunch of life questions for you. Well, yeah, man, I'd be glad to do them if there's an interest for it. I feel like I'm going to have the same feeling as Man of Steel, like the actors, visuals, but don't like the story. I don't know, man. I'm reserving judgment until I actually see the movie. There's a few movies that I've seen based off the trailer I didn't think I'd like, and then I ended up actually enjoying. Like Lucky Number 11 is like my go-to for that example. Like I thought the trailer was bullshit. I was like, what the fuck is this movie? And then I watched the movie and it was like one of my favorites. So I feel like with this, it's a little bit of a stretch because it's like, they're putting a lot of stuff, a lot of content in, but fuck, man, it's Batman and Superman. Like I don't understand how you couldn't be excited for this movie. Got to go to work. Good hearing that you're alive. Thank you, brother. Have a good day at work, man. Everything you've made and done, I've enjoyed pretty heavily. You're a funny and talented dude, and I appreciate the amount of work you put into your videos. Well, man, I appreciate that, man. It's really reassuring to know. Really, anything you do in the future, obviously, as long as you still have the drive to produce grade A content, I think will be great. Honestly, the drive hasn't been as strong as it used to be just because of all the changes that's been going on with YouTube and stuff. Like it makes it harder for the more obscure channels to kind of get noticed and stuff. But I feel like I'm in a point in my life where it's just like back in the day, like my content was more so like just me having fun, and I want to get back to that and like get back to having fun on camera and stuff like that. But I also want to give a little bit more. I want to provide a little bit more useful content. You know, um, people keep telling me like all the time that it's just like out of all the videos I've done, the ones that I've done on my vlogs where I'm just like speaking to the camera and just like kind of being real are the ones that kind of like really created the most impact. And I kind of want to figure out a healthy medium where I could still take that comedy aspect from like the silly videos that I make, but then also take those real videos that I do and kind of blend the two together. So that way it's like you're still getting the laughs, but at the end of the day, you're still absorbing some kind of useful information to go along with the humor. You know what I mean? So that's really where my head is at in terms of, I guess, my comeback, you'll say. But yeah, man. To be fair, I thought Days of Future Past was going to be ass. I still say the costumes are trash though. You know what? I wouldn't say that Days of Future Past was ass by any stretch, but these X-Men movies I'm never really all that hyped about. Like I don't. I'm probably the only. Well, no, I'm not the only guy because me and my friend share the same opinion. But I don't. I'm not. I'm not. Out of all the movies, I'm not that hyped about the X-Men movies. Like even this new one, I'm just like okay. Like doesn't really do anything for me. I'm just like I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it, but you know, I'm not like rushing to go see it or like super hyped like I am with Batman v Superman or like Civil War or anything like that. Do you happen to know what the movie is called where Bruce Wayne dies and Thomas Wayne becomes Batman? That's Flashpoint. Flashpoint Paradox. Great movie. Fucking great movie. I actually want to read the comic Flashpoint. So on a different topic, there is a theory that the Joker in the new universe and the fact that crazy form of JT there is a video on it is this new picture. Oh, Sass already answered that. Have you made a decent income from YouTube? No, I haven't. The biggest check I got from YouTube was like $500, and that was like a long time ago. I haven't made money like that since, especially since joining these multi-channel networks or whatever. Fucking screwed me, man. Like, this is why it's so important to read your contract and don't get too overzealous when people like present something that seems to be good to you. Like, always read the fine print. If you don't understand it, read it again. If you still don't understand it, it's worth hiring a lawyer or someone who is more familiar with that kind of legal shit. Because I got stuck with a 5-year contract. That's bullshit. Like this YouTube network hasn't done shit for me. So yeah, haven't made much money off of this thing. That's why I'm kind of just using this now as an outlet just to kind of gain exposure, um, let people know who I am, and yeah, man, see where that takes me. Yeah, man. I honestly like I get approached by all these YouTube channel networks that are trying to like get me to sign with them, and I'm just like, nah, man. Like I don't even know who's good anymore. I've heard bad things about almost every YouTube channel. Like Full Screen, I've heard bad things about. What's the other one? Maker Studios. I heard like there was a falling out with a big YouTuber or whatever with Maker or something. I don't know, man. I don't have time for all that bullshit. Maker Studio, yeah, Ray William Johnson. I remember that. They fucked him over somehow or something like that. And so I'm like, man, that's when I was like, yo, if they can fuck over a big YouTuber like Ray William Johnson, then like I'm fucked. Like, so yeah, man. They can't even take care of him. Then what hope do I have? Um, and no, I've been done college for a while now, man. Um, yeah, man. I'm pretty much just working now, man. Just working. That's pretty much it. Speaking of comics, did you ever read those Batman comics Umar got you? I started reading. What am I reading now? The Long Halloween. I try to read a little bit every night, but haven't gotten around to it in the last couple of days. So yeah, don't tell Umar. He got me this other one actually. It's where is it? The Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. I haven't cracked this one up yet, but I got like four more that I gotta finish before. Uh, it's weird hearing you talk about that since I'm a huge Superman fan. Yeah, I get it, man. I mean, I got nothing against Superman. I just find him. I don't find him to be a very interesting character just because he's so powerful. Like I don't know. I was never really a big fan of Superman. Although I loved watching Smallville just because I felt like he was more grounded. He wasn't as powerful. Like you know what I mean. Like he always was faced with some kind of like issue in each episode. So it was like a little bit more interesting seeing him learn how to use all of his abilities versus like him now where he's like this epic, damn near godlike person who can only be defeated by like kryptonite and magic. Like so, yeah. And this is just a regular Robin hat. I got it off of got it online somewhere. I can't remember where. Superhero stuff, I think. .com. In your opinion, who is the next hero or lineup of heroes they should introduce in the next phase of the MCU? Um, oh, that is a good question. The MCU, shit. I don't know, man. I'm not a big Marvel guy, so I don't really know. Like all the ones that I would have said that I wanted to see, I've already seen. Like Blade. There's been a Punisher movie. It's been a Daredevil movie, which they fucked up, unfortunately. Spider-Man. I don't care about this Venom movie. I think it's a stupid idea. Um, who else? They've done a lot of Marvel like people. Like I wouldn't even know who else to say. Like It'd have to be like a lesser known hero, in which case I wouldn't know just because I'm not a big Marvel guy. I've always been more of a DC person. Honestly, I to be honest, I want to see I want to see a Spawn movie, and not like a Spawn movie done right. I think I'm the only one, but I've heard news of them trying to develop one, but they've been really dragging their feet with that. So what heroes do you want to see the most that haven't been announced yet in the DCU? Ooh, let's see. I would want to see. Did they announce a Flash movie yet? I can't remember. I think they, yeah, I think they have. Or is he just gonna be Justice League? I know I want to see a Flash movie for sure. Um, Not all that excited about the Green Lantern movie. Um, who else? I wouldn't mind seeing a Green Arrow movie. Um, hmm. I don't know, man. It's hard. I mean, like they're literally doing everything. So yeah, Batman. I gotta hand it to Batman. His stories are. He's got the best stories and the best rogues gallery. Him and Spider Man, I think, like bar none, have the best villains. Superman's villains aren't bad, but like, there's not many people who could really stand up to Superman. Yeah, I heard that they're doing a new Spawn, but like they're based on what I heard about it. I don't know. It's the premise kind of sounds weird. They're taking like a horror approach. It's not going to be like a superhero type of thing. Um, and what else? I can't remember what else they said about it, but I found it to be weird when I read it. Depends on the villains are Zod, Lex, Doomsday, and they're already blown through all of them in the first two movies. Yeah, I would love to see Brainiac on screen, man. Brainiac would be dope. Um, where have you been? I've been around, man. Been around, yo. Just rented the new Metal Gear. What's your opinion on it? I've heard a lot about it, but haven't played it yet. Um, I don't know much about Metal Gear, man. I don't play a whole lot of video games, to be honest. Last game I played was I played a little bit of the new Arkham Knight game. Go figure. But yeah, other than that, um, yeah, I haven't played Metal Gear. I've watched the cinematics for it on YouTube, like the story, because uh, I don't have a PlayStation or a game console, so I just watched some of the cinematics, and it's a cool storyline. I'd like to see a movie on Metal Gear actually, but yeah, man, don't play a whole lot of video games. Anyway, guys, I'm about to wrap things up because I am fucking starving. So I'm gonna get a pizza, and I'll holler at you guys again. I'll try to come on again at some point. Not today though, but maybe sometime. Actually, not next week because next week is my birthday. So uh, probably the Thursday after that, maybe. But yeah, man, thanks for kicking it with me, and stay tuned for more stuff. If you're not following me on Instagram, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Peace. I messed that up. Peace, and I'm out is what I meant. All right. How do I close this? How do I end this thing? Oh, this is so awkward now. I'm still live.